everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some 1961 New York Yankees baseball. It's August 6th, and we got game one of a doubleheader between the Minnesota Twins and New York Yankees. And let's look at the starting lineup for game one of this doubleheader for the Twins. Leading off, playing shortstop is Versells. Batting second, playing center field's Green. Batting third, playing first base is Killebrew. Batting fourth, playing right field is Allison. Batting fifth, playing left field is Lemon. Batting sixth and doing the catching is Beatty. Batting seventh and playing second base is Lipico. Batting eighth, playing third base is Tuttle. And on the mound, batting ninth for the Minnesota Twins is Ramos. Now let's take a look at the hometown New York Yankees starting lineup for game one of this doubleheader. We got leading off, playing second base, Bobby Richardson. Batting second, playing third base, Clint Boyer. Batting third, playing right field is Roger Maris. Batting fourth, playing center field is Mickey Mantle. Batting fifth, playing first base is Elston Howard. Batting sixth, playing left field is Yogi Berra. Batting seventh and doing the catching is Johnny Blanchard. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Joe Dimitri. And batting ninth, doing the pitching, the chairman of the board, Whitey Ford. Let's get down to Yankee Stadium and get this game started, folks. And here's the pitch to Versells, batting .273 on the year. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Dimitri's got it for out number one. One up and one down. And here's Lenny Green, batting .288 on the year. And that's also going to be hit down to Dimitri's. So two up and two down, two ground balls down the short. See if Killebrew hits another one down the short. He's batting .297 on the year, and that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Rogers got that one. And the Twins go 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first. We move to the bottom of the first. We got Richardson, Boyer, and Maris due up. Bobby hitting .246. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike three. Bobby's down on strikes. Brings up Mr. Boyer, batting .247 on the year. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. And Tuttle's going to call for that. And that'll be out number two, rather. That brings up Mr. Maris, batting .258 on the year, folks. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. Roger gets aboard here, folks, with 2 outs. Brings up his M&M partner, Mantle. See if Mick can do something here, folks. Mick's batting .290 on the year. Needs to get that up over 300, but that's not going to happen with that. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. And Versells is going to fire over to first. And that'll end the inning. So they leave Roger stranded at first. We go to the top of the second. We got Allison, Lemon, and Beatty due up here for the Twins. See if Allison, what he does. He's only batting .247 on the year. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. Clint Boyer says he's got it. Makes the catch for out number one. Brings up Mr. Lemon now, batting .243 on the year. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield also. And this time, Joe Dimitri says he's got it. So 2 pop-ups, 2 outs. Now it's up to Beatty to keep this inning alive here for the Twins, batting .277 on the year. And that ball is swung on and missed, strike three. And that's Whitey's first strikeout of the game, folks. Okay, to the bottom of the second, still no score. Howard, Berra, and Blanchard due up here. Howard's batting .318 on the year. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Lenny Green makes the catch for first out. Brings up Yogi, batting .312 on the year. And that is going to be a base hit in the center field. Yogi's aboard here with one out. And here's Johnny. Blanchard's batting .217, not having a good year at all with the average. Does have 13 home runs, though. And that's not going to help that average, I don't think. Let's see here. Well, hey, plump Johnny. I don't think Ramos meant to, but now it's first and second with one out, folks. The Yankees are moaning and groaning, but again, I don't think he hit him on purpose. Brings up Joe Demetrius, only batting $154. Can Joe get a key hit here? Drive in Yogi from second. And that is going to be a fly ball in the right field. And Yogi's going to hold at second with 2 outs. And that brings up the chairman of the board, Whitey Ford, who's not having a bad season at the bat, 167. See if he can do something here. And he does, folks, because we don't need no stinking DH. That's a single in the left. Yogi's going to score. And Johnny's going to stop down at second. So we still got first and second now with 2 outs for Bobby Richardson. And the chairman of the board helps his own calls, drives in a run. The Yankees lead 1-0. Bobby struck out his first time up. Not this time, folks. He squares it up. And that ball is blasted in the right field. And it's rolling around out there. And Bobby's rounding second. He's a brown-eyed, handsome man. And he's going to be safe with a triple, folks. And now all of a sudden the Yankees lead this game 3-0. We got Bobby down at third. Still 2 outs. Let's see what happens here with Mr. Boyer up. All righty. Boyer popped up the third his first time up. And that is going to be a ball down the third this time. But this time Tuttle can't field it cleanly. Bobby's going to score. And Boyer's safe at first, folks. And the Twins are imploding here in the second inning. And now it's 4-0 Yanks. And Rogers up now with Boyer down at first. And you don't want to give the Yankees extra outs here. Rogers 1 for 1 today. He singled. And that's going to be hit down the Vercel down at short. Sorry, that's going to be hit down the Lipico down at second. He's up with it. He's going to throw over the short for the out, but the Yankees score 4 and take a 4-0 lead, folks. And we go to the top of the third. We got Lipico, Tuttle, and Ramos. The bottom part of the order due up here for the Twins. Ted is batting $133 on the year. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's Whitey's second strikeout of the game. That brings up Bill Tuttle now. And that's going to be a pop-up behind home plate. Blanchard throws the mask off, makes the catch for out number 2. And here comes Pedro. See what old Pete can do. He's batting .255. No slouch at the plate, that's for sure. And that's a base on balls. Not what you want to do if you're Whitey Ford walking the pitcher here. With 2 outs. Brings Zorro up. He grounded out the short his first time up. And that's where he hits it this time. Right down there to Demetrius. I'm sorry, that ball's hit down to, that ball's hit down the short. Joe fires over the first to end the inning. So the walk doesn't hurt the Yanks. We go to the bottom of the third. It's still 4-0 New York. We got Mantle, Howard, and Barra due up here. Mick grounded out the third his first time up. Now Mick's hitting under 290. He's been slumping, folks. See if he can get on track here. And yes, he does. He drives that ball in the center field for a base hit. Just like that. Mick's aboard for Elston Howard. See what Mr. Howard can do here. Howard's batting .317. He flew out the center his first time up. And that's what he's going to do this time. Lenny Green says, thank you very much for out number one. Mick's still down at first. Brings up Yogi Berra. Yogi singled his first time up and scored. And that's going to be a 2-ball no strike on Yogi. Let's see if he can take advantage of this 2-0 count. And nope, he flies out the center field also. So 2 outs to center. Leaves it up to Johnny Blanchard to get Mick in here or keep this inning alive. He was hit by pitches last time up. And he pops this one up the chute. And that's going to be caught by Beatty, and that'll end the inning. So Mick gets stranded at first with the base hit. We get to the top of the fourth. We got Green, Killebrew, and Allison due up here for the Twins. And here's the pitch to Lenny. He's 0 for 1. And he's going to be 0 for 2. That ball's hit down to Howard. He scoops it up, touches the bag for out number 1. And Killebrew's up now. He's 0 for 1. Flew out the Maris his first time up, and we dropped the dice. And that's going to be hit down to second. Bobby's got that. He tosses it over to Howard. 2 quick outs. Now Bob Allison's up. And he popped up to Clint Boyer's first time up. And he's going to hit a ground ball down to Boyer. He might want to pickle on somebody else. Boyer's up with it. He fires over to Elston Howard at first, and that'll be a 1-2-3 inning. We got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Yanks. Dimitri Ford, and then back to Bobby Richardson. Joe flew out the right his first time up, and that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Pedro's up with it, fires over the first. That'll be 1 down. Here comes the man. Whitey Ford got the scoring started, folks, with that RBI single. His last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Allison's got it. 1-2 go the Yanks. Let's see if Bobby Richardson can get on base here in the fourth. Bobby's 1 for 2 with that 2 RBI triple. And that one's popped up near the screen. Beatty's got it, and the Yankees go down in order, folks. To the fifth we go. Yankees 4, Twins nothing. Lemon, Beatty, and Lipico due up here for the Yanks. And here's Jim. He popped up the short his first time up. He drives that ball into gap in right field, and that's a leadoff double. Jim's standing down at second now. That's the first hit of the ball game for the Twins. That brings up Beatty. He struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Is that deep enough to get Lemon over? No, not with his speed. I'm going to test Maris's arm. So that's 1 out. Lemon's still down at second. Here's Ted. He struck out his last time up against Whitey. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Mick's got it, and they're definitely not going to test Mick's arm. So 2 down now. So far, the leadoff double hasn't hurt. Here comes Tuttle up, batting 207. He popped up the to the catcher's first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And he's going to toss it over. Sorry, that's a line drive down the short. Nice play by Joe, and that'll end the inning, folks. So the double doesn't hurt, Whitey. We go to the bottom of the fifth. We got Boyer, Maris, and Mantle due up. 2, 3, 4 hitters. And Clint's 0 for 2, but he did reach on an error his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third to his counterpart, Tuttle, and he fields it cleanly, fires over the first, and Boyer's out of there, folks. Brings up Roger. He's 1 for 2, reaching on the fielder's choices last time up and singled. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Roger goes down on strikes. 2 outs here. It's up to Mick here to keep this inning alive. Mick got a base hit his last time up. Let's see if he can go back to back with hits here. No, that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Pedro's up with it. Tosses it over the first. And the Yankees go down in order, folks. We go to the 6th inning. RAMOS, Vercel, and Green's due up now. Pedro walked his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. And Mick drops it, folks. That's an E8 on the Mick. How about that? Pedro's aboard for the 2nd time in this game. Nobody out now for Vercel. He's grounded out the short both times up. And that's going to be down the third. Can the Yankees turn 2 on this? I'm sorry, that's not down anywhere. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Whitey's 3rd strikeout. 1 down. Brings up Mr. Green. He's 0 for 2, grounded out the short and the first. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. So 2 batters have been hit. Howard's been hit, and now Green. The Twins aren't sure if that was retaliation or not, but I'm telling you, with a 4-run lead, you're not hitting Green to bring up Killebrew. Killebrew's 0 for 2, flew out the right, grounded out the second. And that's going to be a ball back to the mound. Whitey's up with it. As only plays the first. The runners will advance. So Pedro will end up at 3rd. Green down at 2nd with 2 outs for Allison. See if the Yankees can get out of this 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs with nobody scoring. Bobby popped up the 3rd and grounded out the 3rd. And that's going to be a base on balls. That's going to load the bases here for Whitey. Not what you want here. Brings the tying run to the plate, and Lemon. Here's the pitch to Jim. He doubled his last time up. Not this time, folks. He gets it, but not far enough. Rogers got room out there. And Whitey gets out of the bases loaded situation with nobody scoring, folks. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 4-0 Yanks. We got Howard, Barra, and Blanchard due up. See if they can make some noise here against Pedro. Howard's 0 for 2, flew out the center both times up. And he's going to give it a try down at 2nd, but Ted's got it. Takes his time, throws over to Killebrew, and that'll be out number 1. Here's Yogi. He singled his first time up and then flew out the green. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field again, folks. And Yogi's 2 for 3 today. Standing down at first for Johnny. See if Blanchard can do something here. He's 0 for 1. Got hit by a pitch and popped up to the catcher. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Bobby Allison goes back, makes the catch for out number 2. Leaves it up to old Joe. And Joe is 0 for 2. He's flown out the right and grounded out to the pitcher. And that's going to be hit down the short. And he's going to fire over to 2nd to end the inning. And the Yankees leave Yogi down at first. We go to the top of the 7th now. We got Beatty, Limpico, and Tuttle due up here against Whitey. Beatty struck out and flown out. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. Strike 3. He gets Earl for his second strikeout, and that's Whitey's 4th of the game. Here comes Ted. He struck out and flew out to center. And that's going to be a ground ball, I believe, down the short. Yeah, ground ball down the short. And Joe's up with it, fires the first. Quick 2 outs. It's up to Bill here to keep this inning alive for the Twins. He's popped up and lined out to short. And that's going to be a line drive in the left field. Yogi's first opportunity of the game. He makes a catch. And the Twins go down in order. 1, 2, 3. We make it to the 7th inning stretch. We got Ford, Richardson, and Boyer due up here. Whitey's 1 for 2 with an RBI, folks. And that's a base on balls. So Whitey is on base for the second time this game. Brings up Richardson now. Can he at least advance Whitey in the scoring position? He's 1 for 3 with a 2 RBI triple for Beatles. And that's a drive in the right field. And Whitey Ford puts on the Jets, folks. He's going to end up down at third. So 1st and 3rd, nobody out. RAMOS is due to lead off the top of the 8th. They'd like to get him through this inning. Thinking about making a double switch here. And I think that's what they're going to do. That's going to be it for Pedro. Valdiversi's going to come in and bat in the 9 hole. They're going to take Tuttle out of the game and see who they're going to bring in here to pitch. So you don't want to go through your bullpen here in game number 1 of this doubleheader. So let's see here. Got the righty due up, and then Maris, lefty. Man will turn him around. So I think they're going to go with Chuck Stobbs. Where's Chuck at? Yeah, that's who's going to come in. Chuck's going to come in here to pitch. He'll bat in the 8 hole. Cancel that since he's in the 9 hole. I don't want him there. I want him in the 8 hole. Do this again. Sorry about that. Hey, Steve. So again, let's put old Chuck. I'm going to put him in the 8 hole for Bill. And then we'll go to the bench. And Valdiverse, Jose is going to come in, bat in the 9 hole and play third. Alrighty, so there's nobody out. Runners on 1st and 3rd. Boyer's up against Stobbs. Let's see what happens here, folks. Yankees leading by 4 in the first game of this doubleheader. Hey, 007. So let's see if Mr. Boyer can come through here. He's 0 for 3. He's popped up the 3rd, grounded out the 3rd, and reached on an error at 3rd. So is he going to hit the ball down the 3rd? The ball normally finds the guy that just came in the game. Let's see. And that's going to be a Base on balls. So Boyer's aboard here, folks. Bases are juiced for Mr. Roger Maris. Nowhere to put him. Roger's got 45 home runs on the year. Can his 46 be a granny? He singled, reached on a fielder's choice, and struck out. And that's going to be a base on balls. All of a sudden, Chuck can't find the plate here, folks. He walks in a run. That brings up the Mick. Can the Mick get a big base hit here with the bases juice? He's 1 for 3. He's grounded out. Short singled and grounded back to the mound. And that ball is driven in the left field. That's going to score 2. And with Rogers' speed, he's going to make it down the third, folks. And the Yankees just busted this game wide open. Sure, Mick's finally starting to hit here, folks. So we got first and third and nobody out. And Chuck sure wasn't the answer here, was he? It is now 7-0. But like I say, this is a double hitter. Chuck's going to have to stay in this game. They're not trying to run through this bullpen. So here's Howard. He's 0 for 3, flown out to center twice and grounded out to second. And that's going to be a balk. He's going to balk in a run, and Mantle's going to go down the second, folks. So what's the command for a balk? Let's see here. What's the command for a balk? Take a look here. I thought it was BLK. I thought it was, but maybe not. Maybe it's literally the word balk. Let's see here, balks. That awful. BK. Sorry about that. Just BK, no L in it. Okay, so let's get this balk in there. It'll be 1 ball on Howard. And a runner down at second now, and now it's 8-0. See if Howard can drive in Mick. The 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. They come back and get Howard on the strikeout. So 1 down now with Mick at second. Here's Yogi. He's having a heck of a game, folks. He's 2 for 3. See if he can drive Mick in, make this a 10-0 game. That ball is hit down the second on a line drive. Hit it right on the head, but right at Ted. He makes a nice catch. And that'll be 2 outs now. And here's Johnny. Johnny's 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch. Let's see if he can get even here and drive in the 9th run of the game. And that is going to be a base hit in the left field. Mick will score. And the Yankees lead 9-0, folks. Now Blanchard down at first. 2 big innings in this game, the 7th and the 3rd. Here's Dimitri. Can he get off the snide? He's 0 for 3. And no, that's going to be a pop-up in the infield. And Zorro calls for it down at short, and that'll end the inning, but not until the Yankees score 5 and lead this game 9-0, folks. This will be Valdiversi's first plate appearance, followed by Purcell and then Green. Jose's batting .244 on the year, folks. Here's the pitch from Whitey. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1. And Whitey comes back, gets him to pop it up. And Bobby calls for it near the mound, makes the catch for out number 1. And Versells is up now. He's 0 for 3, grounded out to short twice, then struck out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Whitey with his 5th strikeout of the game. Brings up Mr. Lenny Green. Lenny's grounded out to short, grounded out to first, and been hit by a pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Whitey's dealing here in the 8th inning, folks. 1, 2, 3 with 2 strikeouts. That'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. We got Whitey, Richardson, and Boyer due up here. Whitey's 1 for 2, folks, and with a walk. Having a heck of a game at the plate and on the mound. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. And that'll be out number 1. And here comes Mr. Bobby Richardson. He's 2 for 4, folks, with a triple and a single. Let's see what he does this time. And he gets a hold of this one. Bobby's having a hell of a game, folks. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. He goes the other way. He's taking a big turnaround first, but Allison cuts it off. Bobby will stop it first with a 9-run lead. No use in chancing it. Boyer's 0 for 3 with a walk and scored his last time. See if he can get a base hit here, folks. And no, that's not what you want to see. That ball is hit down the short. Taylor made double play over to Ted, over to Killebrew, and that'll end the inning, folks. The Yankees now still leading 9-0 as we go to the top of the 9th. They do have the big boys up, Killebrew, Allison, and Lemon against Whitey. See if Whitey can keep this shutout intact. A one-hitter here, folks. Here's the pitch to Killebrew. He's 0 for 3. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And Mr. Boyer, he throws that ball into the dirt. Howard, who doesn't play first very often, does a nice job, keeps it in front of him. But that'll be, I think I gave that to the shortstop. Let's go back. It's supposed to be an E5, not an E6. Charge that to the right person. Poor Joe don't want no E6. It'll be an E5. Now Allison's up with Killebrew down at first. And he's 0 for 2 with a walk. He walked his last time up, and he ain't walking this time, folks. That ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going over left field fence. And there goes the shutout. And it is a 2-run homer. Allison, folks. It's a 9-2 ball game and still nobody out. Here's Lemon up. He's 1 for 3 with a double. And that's going to be the first out of the inning. That ball's hit down to Boyer. He doesn't muff this one, folks. And that'll be out number 1. Here's Mr. Beatty. He is 0 for 3. He struck out twice and flew out the right. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Mix camps under it. 2 down here in the 9th. And here comes Ted. Oh, Ted is 0 for 3. Struck out, flown out to center, and grounded out to short. And that's going to be another fly ball in the center field. Mick waits on it, watches it come down, grabs it, and that's the end of the ball game. So he can't quite get the shutout, but he wins this game, folks. Take a look at the box score here. Hey, Ken. So the Twins 2 runs on just 2 hits and an error. Yankees 9 runs on 10 hits and 2 errors. Killebrew and Allison. Killebrew reached on that error, and Allison with that 2-run homer is the only thing to really talk about. Like I say, Whitey did a hell of a job. Twins was 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position, left 5 on. You had Bobby Richardson, a hell of a game, folks. 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Roger was 1 for 3, and Mick finally starting to hit, folks, was 2 for 4. So was Yogi, 2 for 4. You had a triple by Richardson. Like I say, Bobby had a hell of a game. Yankees were 5 for 8 with runners in scoring position, left 5 on. Oh, PEDRO, 6 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned. Walked 1, struck out 2. Chuck came in and didn't do his job. 2 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, walked 2, struck out 1. Whitey goes the distance, picks up his 17th win of the year, folks. 9 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned. Walked 2, struck out 6, and gave up the home run. Not a bad game. I'll probably do game number 2 here later on the day, folks. You got Sheldon against Grohl. It'll be his first to play pitching against anybody starting or relieving, it looks like. Unless he's got a 0 ERA. But I assume this is his first time pitching this year. Alrighty, I want to thank Steve Tate. Check out his great channel. Ken Castro and 007. Check out his great channel. He's doing Inside Pitch with the PC. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and on your way out of Yankee Stadium for this doubleheader, hit that like button and leave a comment. Have a great day, folks. Until next time, y'all take care.